Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Legacy of the Rimlen, post-politicking edition, and maybe it's finally an episode where I don't have to use the background of New Spring for the thumbnails, because I'm getting a little sick of it, and I'm sure many people are too. Either way, before we get into what happened last time and what is going to happen this time, as usual, let's have our players introduce themselves and their characters. I've rolled some dice in the background. The dice say that we should start with Ashen first and her character. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yep. I'm Ash, and I'm playing Illona, a very sneaky lady who's currently on a mighty quest to find an orb again.
Yep. Very much so. Among other things. Thank you very, very much, Ashen. Next, according to the dice, we would have Show&Tell. Show&Tell, could you please introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hi, I'm Show&Tell, and I'll be playing as Anghel, who's a mute peasant boy, and Prince Charming, and already made a kind of a selfish choice, I guess. Oh boy.
I don't know if selfish is the right word. More like peer pressure. That's really what happened last time.
Oopsie.
And we'll do it again.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. And next is one of the peer pressurers, Dely. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I am Dely, and I am playing as Muninn. They are a traveling scholar from Eastland, and loves to peer pressure, loves to bully. Is a complete menace. And yeah,
Dennis the Menace.
yeah.
I don't know if anyone's seen that cartoon.
I love that cartoon.
Yes, and either way, that was Muninn, who I can't think of anything in common with Dennis the Menace, but well, I guess we'll find something. Either way, thank you very, very much, Dely. So, we began last time with the more or less beginning of your negotiations with one noblewoman, Ophelia Zarhos. She shooed her cousin, your guys' host, out of the room, and because Illona revealed one little trick that the host and Rebab had, she now also owns Rebab because she peer pressured her husband. That would be something. Her cousin to give
Game of Thrones here.
Yeah. She peer pressured her cousin to hand Rebab over. For better or worse, Rebab will be coming along with you guys on your journey, at least as long as you guys accompany Ophelia. Not sure he will be happy about that, but we'll see.
We love Rebub.
Yes.
Either way, after Gregory, the host and cousin, was out of the room, she dropped the act of like the airheaded person, and Ashen, I think you described her as slippery, and I think that's a very good word to say it. She was a very slippery and non-committal person, dropping hints that she knew stuff and pressuring you guys for information while also not really delivering much on her own. And after lots of discussions, like about 2 hours of discussions, that was legit most of the session, not that I mind, more or less what you guys arrived at was she would come with you to the wedding in St. Paris and agree to like introduce you all to the prince, to like forward Anghel's request. Coincidentally, the prince is also a different cousin of hers. She is also very, very interested in getting that orb that her uncle Zarhos, for lack of a better term, has, the one that he stole from Muninn. And she mentioned that he looked much healthier last time you saw him. I was Ashen, no spoilers. Please. I'm sorry. Yeah. And and what else? Oh, and she knows a lot of stuff about what happened, like with the undead near Anghel's home village, and you haven't really deciphered why. Either way, that's more or less the understanding that we've arrived at, that you all would travel together, get back the orb from Uncle Zarhos. We haven't really established what you're gonna do after you get the orb, like who's gonna get the orb. I imagine each party wants it. So that'll be an interesting conversation. And in return, she promised to introduce you all to the prince at his wedding, to forward once again Anghel's request. And you might notice that there is one thing that we haven't talked about that was like a big overarching plot point for like the past few episodes. Emphasis on big. Yeah, I guess we're moving past that. No judgment. But the big bad wolf that was threatening New Spring, or at least was killing people in the vicinity of New Spring, because of more or less of the urgency of the situation with the orb, and because of peer pressure, as we've mentioned in the intro, you all decided to move on. Anghel feels very, very bad about it, but it is what it is. And I think I've always mentioned that my approach to DMing isn't to like give you obvious options, but to have all choice have good sides and bad sides. So I don't think you guys made the wrong choice. I think you've made a choice that will definitely have consequences, but we'll deal with that when we get there. And also, I guess, yeah, I guess funnily enough, you could just say, actually, like during the session, actually, we've changed my mind, we're reneging on our agreement, and screw the last 2 hours, I guess. But either way, we will rejoin the party as I go to turn on the background music. We will rejoin the party as you all exit Gregory's what's the word for like a big house?
Mansion.
Mansion. That's a good word. Gregory's mansion. You all did have a conversation, is way too generous of a term for it, but a conversation, for lack of a better term, with him last time, in which his cousin basically bullied him a little more, and he just looked very dejected at you guys leaving and taking Rebob from him, and like leaving the whole wolf menace for him to deal with.
I feel sorry for him a little bit.
I mean, to be fair, like not your first, but like your second interaction with him was him threatening to arrest you. So
yeah, that's true.
Fuck him.
That's true. Yeah. That's what you get.
Basically, what like in the short term, what you agreed with Ophelia was you all would meet at the northwestern exit of town, like where you see her little icon on the map, where you would then depart. It's currently pretty late afternoon. She said, let's leave in like 2 hours tops, so to say, leaving you more or less enough time to potentially, whatchamacallit, pay off your debt to the witch that Muninn indebted you all to. Yeah, and you have that 2 hour sort of time limit, for lack of a better term, to meet up with Ophelia.
Nice.
And, as you all exit the courtyard, I guess first things first, she will say, small word of advice, I guess. I know it's on the way to our meeting point, but try to avoid the market. I know you specifically looks at Illona, but she says more in general. I know you all are wanted, and that's where the mercenaries hang out, because they have slaves to sell.
I see, yeah. We'll stay away.
Yeah.
Above board, that may throw a bit of a wrench in the plans of finding something to pay back the witch, but we'll deal with that above board.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Either way.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, don't worry.
Either way, she like straightens out her clothes and goes to climb in her carriage. You did see the carriage like zoom past you all when you were going to visit the witch for the first time. And she is accompanied by Rebob, who says nothing. And she simply says, well, good evening then.
Good evening.
See you later.
And she gets onto her carriage and motions for Rebob to join her, and they would get inside and depart in a couple minutes once like the carriage driver is ready to go and all that.
Right.
What do you all do? Do you exit the like courtyard? What do you all do?
I guess we can exit and then talk about stuff.
Yeah. I think like as we're exiting, Illona would nudge Anghel and ask, could you carve the witch one of those beautiful like wooden figures that you do? Like a charm or something?
Right. Sure. Anghel, nods and starts carving. We did talk about this. What did we say? That it was enough for one thing?
We talked about it, and I was very non-committal.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So-
I will continue to be non-committal. I'm sorry. Well,
Okay.
I know what it is worth, but I'm not going to reveal it until we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm scared. I was scared what this means.
We should probably overcompensate in that case.
I have my firstborn. It's all right.
No, have my firstborn.
I volunteers tribute.
I think she can get both, and it's not gonna be enough.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I cannot ask you to roll like clevers or whatever, because we're talking about Angel's stunt, and the stunt is like an out-of-game moment, so to say.
Jeepers, okay. But like, we're not asking for the wolf to be poisoned anymore. We kind of let it go, right? So it's just like for the gifts for.
That still
Getting there,
leaves
get
you,
back.
looking at like my notes, that still leaves you with 7 deaths instead of 8.
I think this is just me. I think it might be. I don't know. Maybe not. I was gonna say it might be unfair if she didn't poison the wolf for the rest of the town. That is.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Sorry, not town.
that's even. Like, I didn't realize we weren't even going to ask for that.
Yeah.
I just like dropped the quest completely.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good idea to poison it.
Yeah. I suppose.
BRB, I'm drinking some water, but I'm still listening.
Okay.
Gulp, gulp.
This is me and sort of Muninn talking. I suppose like the witch could always like claim the body of the wolf when it dies.
Yeah.
But is she interested in that? What for?
I'm not sure. She
Big ass
could be.
wolf. Good wolf fight.
She could be. She could be interested in like.
And that all depends if it dies, too.
Yeah, and that's true. Well, that's down to her in some sense, because if her poison isn't good enough for it to kill, is that
Then too bad for her.
Yeah, then too bad for her. If her poison's not good enough, then too bad for her.
Later, sucker.
Yeah. So she could want body parts and organs and stuff for ingredients and stuff and potions and everything.
Yeah, okay. I guess.
What else could we get her? Like, not from the market.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like, what can we offer? We don't really have. I have a gun. That's pretty cool. But does she want a gun? She has like magic. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And I want my gun. I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm suddenly thinking about the ladle or something. I don't want to part with it. But I mean, Angel also wants it.
Yeah.
Can you give
What if we
me a clever, I guess, Anghel? On that point?
Okay. 2.
It's very likely that you would not want the ladle anyway, Since the ladle came from a church, witchcraft and churches don't get along.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Break the ladle in front of our eyes. That's payment.
Yeah.
No.
I think. See, we already kind of promised the wolf to. Let me double check his name. The boyar.
I mean, but you
Greg-
went back on that deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think that's
It's
what we need
not.
to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have to worry about it because we're Gregory Dukos, by the way. We don't have to worry about that deal because we're not going to be in the city anyway.
Guys, what if we give her the wooden carving as a stunt and pay for the wolf, and then we kill her, and then we don't have to deal with the negative consequences. She's gone.
We can't just kill everyone.
Why not?
No, we
He
can't
was
just.
inspired every being reminded that she kills everyone.
Yeah.
I thirst for blood.
What if she with her last breath she's like she curses you?
I'm willing to take the risk.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm totally against that idea. I don't know what else to tell you.
All right.
I think I'm not sure. Promising the wolf, and then obviously the wooden carving.
I mean,
There's
I will say you've already promised stuff to her, and like you promise stuff in general. So what's like the difference between promising stuff in general and promising the wolf? You can't to deliver. I mean,
I suppose that's a good point. Yeah, how are we gonna deliver the wolf?
maybe I
'Cause
shouldn't.
we-
Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'll shut up.
It's a good point though, because we're not technically giving it to
Definitely.
her.
Yeah.
Do we have it like any more slightly magical stuff on us? Anything we picked up from like fights and stuff?
Let me see.
Yeah, Deli, you've kept better track of that than I have.
So, as far as I'm aware, this obviously I have better knowledge of what Muninn is holding than everyone else. But as far as I'm aware, obviously Anghel has the Holy Ladle and Rimlen coins. Muninn has the spear, Rimlen coins, the books, which they're not really willing to give up.
Also, same rationale with the Anghel's ladle.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to mention that. Muninn has also their own book that they carry around, which would be useless to anyone but themselves, if that makes sense. Well, not useless, but like not as valuable. Ashen, for Illona, I have written down like obviously the pistol. You got daggers. Obviously, if there's anything else, let me know. You also
coin.
just the coins.
Yeah.
You also have 2 letters apparently,
Yeah.
like quest items. So I don't think we really have anything like crazy magical apart from like obviously the ladle and the spear.
If you guys want, I can allow you all to roll carefuls to like give you, I guess, for lack of a better term, environmental knowledge of like maybe stuff you can find around the city, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I got a 3.
Oh, I got 2.
I also got a 3.
Oh, high five.
And and thank you for saying it out loud, because at least on my screen, rolls lag out a little bit and they show up a little bit later than they should. Either way, those rolls, I can tell everyone that while the markets are obviously the like biggest marketplace, for lack of a better term, in the city, there are like other places where you can purchase stuff. For instance, the tavern you just went to. Mostly like small scale shops, nothing really like there isn't really another big marketplace other than the one where you see like Miku's little icon on the map and the mercenary icon. Other bits of information. Well, there are other people you haven't met in town, I guess, if you want to like go begging. I don't know.
Accumulate more dead stuff.
Something I just thought of, by the way. It would be funny to like get someone to buy things for it. Like if we paid someone to go into the market for us. If we were like if we were like yeah, exactly, who though?
Or if we go back to the mansion and just steal some stuff.
We could do that.
I would be down to do that. My sneaky.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Go for it. Don't get caught.
Plan of action ready. I'm on my way.
Just before that happens, like I'm not opposed as a DM, but just before that, have you guys like exited the courtyard? I'm asking because there is something going on right outside that you would notice, if that makes sense.
Oh, we have. I think we have. Probably do.
Yeah, to be fair, I think we have.
Okay. Then when you exit the courtyard, this is something that I prepared before you guys made your decisions, so this isn't like a guilt trip moment. But you will see Always Thirsty preaching to a never increasing crowd of mostly just like curious people, and he's saying, yeah, that's right, Prince Charming will get rid of the big bad wolf, just you wait. Oh, there he is, points at Anghel.
Oh.
I mean, we will, sorta, indirectly.
Waves at Anghel. There he is! There he is! Come here! Come here!
Anghel kind of cringes.
I don't blame him.
Looks kind of caught. I don't know. Is he? How far away is Always Thirsty?
10 to 20 meters. For context, the crowd doesn't seem like, oh, Anghel, our hero. They mostly seem confused.
Okay. So Anghel kind of waves at them, kind of like, oh, yeah, sure. And doesn't go over to Always Thirsty, though.
Can I get a flashy from you?
Okay.
And for an
4.
Okay, for an unspecified reason, you'll have a +1 to that roll.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Then when you start waving with a 5, the confusion turns to like tentative excitement, like yeah, you could do it. Look, he's big, strong. Yeah, and they start eventually like clapping, like yeah.
Oh
shit. I get kind of. What'd you say?
I said wait until they find out.
Oh god.
I'm like
Way
asking
too
this.
guilt trip.
I'm asking this in advance because like I don't want to do it like in the middle of it, like roleplay it out. But during the time of the angle and like the crowd is distracted, could I just slip back in and start my stealing? Yes, nice.
We will require several rolls for that. Should we cut away to Illona now, or should we stay on Anghel and Muninn? What do you all think?
I think we could stay where we're at, but like I just disappear quietly.
I will require, I guess, 1 roll to start off from you, Ashen. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
1 sneaky, and I will roll something to oppose. Okay?
Got a 4.
Not quotation marks. 2. Not still rolling. Let me know when the dice shows up on your guys' end, because again, it's a bit laggy for me.
Sure thing. You got a 4 too.
Mm-hmm.
This is technically, in terms of game mechanics, an overcome roll. So,
Yeah.
I leave the choice up to you, Ashen. You either fail, or you succeed at a negative cost, or obviously you can spend fate points to improve your roll.
I think I actually spend a fate point. I'll use Master of Escape for that.
Okay. That makes perfect sense. The roll that I made was the guards at the front gate, their perception of you.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you are able to slip past them. That's why I required the roll right now, because you are pretty much in proximity to Anghel and Muninn. Illona slips inside. Let's, I guess, as we mentioned, focus the camera on Anghel and Muninn. What do the two of you do as, like, the crowd start cheering a little bit? Always first he's, like, waving you to, like, come to him. Seeing your hesitation, I think he'll, like, march towards you.
I guess Anghel kind of lets himself. He's just kind of passive about the whole thing because he's just really guilt-ridden, and he doesn't know how to deal with it.
If it helps, like, Muninn would, like, stand next to Anghel and sort of, like, be ready to, like, defend his honor. Or sort of explain for him, I guess.
Always first he has this big smile on his face as he comes up to the two of you.
Oh, yeah. Anghel is, like, blinded by it. He can look.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Muninn would, like, raise a hand to, like, kind of like a half-assed kind of wave kind of thing, and they would say like "Hail, friend" or whatever.
Always first he will say, help me, won't you, to Muninn, and then he will try to pick up Anghel to, like, crowd surf him.
Oh my goodness.
Wowee!
Whoa.
Anghel, I think is kind of I don't know. I think he's very happy because he's not helping at all.
Yeah.
Does Muninn help, as always first he requested?
No.
Okay.
Muninn would try and, like, give him a look and be like, "Oh, like, that won't be necessary."
Has he ever listened to you above board?
Probably not.
I'm gonna roll then. Always first he's forceful with no, like, assists. Let's see what happens.
Against something in particular?
The difficulty I had in mind was Angel's own forceful. So,
Okay.
with a 4 to Angel's 5, he fails, but, like, barely. You budge a little, Anghel, as he tries to pick you up and strains, but he only, like, lifts you a couple centimeters before having to put you down. And he settles instead for picking up your right arm and raising it sort of like a wrestling champion.
I love this.
And Uncle's all the time is kind of looking at the ground. Like, please kill me now.
The crowd cheers again.
Oh boy.
The estate guards behind you will mutter, "Can you move this elsewhere?"
Yeah, Muninn would, like, try and take that as, like, a try and take advantage of that, and they would say, like, "Oh, yes, yeah, no, let's move, shall we?" Everyone
Uncle also, like, is enthusiastically nodding about that.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be very obvious that Always Thirsty isn't agreeing because of what Muninn said or the guards, but because of Anghel's nodding. And he'll say, "You're right. Don't." There's above board. There's, like, a saying for, like, celebrating before the deed is done, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, he'll say it's bad luck to do that. It's bad luck to the saying. And I say, He'll turn to the crowd. Well, look forward to a giant corpse, I guess, tomorrow morning, everyone. Wolf meat on the house, eh? The crowd cheers and claps. And
Muninn,
slowly begins to disperse.
Muninn would like clap along, I think, and like looks at Anghel, like sheepishly, like oh.
Oh man.
That was Muninn would ask, like, always thirsty, like, was that really necessary?
I mean, people are terrified in the city. There's giant wolf, there's plague going on. They need something to raise their morale. City almost burned down in the morning.
Yeah, chaos.
Yeah. Muninn would say, like, oh, yeah, you don't say.
And, well, I mean, I only said the truth.
Muninn would look at Anghel, and like in a way that it's like very obviously like in a way that very obviously contradicts like what or suggests a contradiction to what Always Thirsty just said, if that makes sense.
Muninn can suggest whatever they want because Always Thirsty isn't really paying attention to them.
Okay.
Oh no.
Do you want me to tell him, or are you going to tell him?
Oh, you figured out a plan already?
Oh my goodness.
Do you want me to drain the river like we talked, or?
Do you know what? Muninn would look to Anghel and say, like, do you know what? Muninn would sign to Anghel and say, not bad idea.
Okay.
They would sign, still not bad idea.
So above board, you would drain the city's water supply without leaving a way for them to kill the wolf too.
Yes. Now there's no evidence that we abandoned the quest because everyone's dead.
I mean, there's big evidence that the river's missing.
This is horrible. Oh no, I'm like really, I have a mind, I could just cave and be like, I'm going to do it, I don't know. Talking about peer pressure. It works both ways.
Well, Always Thirsty will say, whatever the plan is, I'll follow along. Let's go, wherever we're going.
I do wonder, when Always Thirsty realizes, I don't know if Anghel's going to tell him or if he just realizes if it's going to change his perception.
I guess there's only one way. There's only one way to find out.
I guess.
Viewers, the sounds that you're hearing, because I know you can't see that particular screen at the moment. Ashen's back. She's typing in chat. That's what you heard.
Hi.
Look back. I think Muninn would look to Always Thirsty and say like, I don't want to be the one to break it to you, but Prince Charming is like referring to Anghel. Muninn would say Prince Charming obviously is a little bit tongue-tied. As you already know.
Yeah. I guess the dragon gets to each and every one of us, don't they? Doesn't it, rather?
Muninn would say or sign to Anghel, haven't seen dragon.
You need to teach me that at one point.
It does come in handy, I will say.
What does Muninn sign?
Haven't seen dragon.
Like as a question?
As a statement. So like.
So we haven't seen. Okay.
Yeah, like we haven't even seen the dragon. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Like to say that Always Thirsty is wrong, or just in general.
just in general, I think. Like, so it's funny he's saying like, oh yeah, dragons are scary. We haven't even seen the dragon, and we're like abandoning the wolf quest, you know?
But wait, Always Thirsty doesn't know that yet.
I don't think he does.
Always Thirsty more so said the thing about the dragon in reference to Anghel's disability, like
Yeah,
sort
that's
of
what I
like
figured.
Yeah.
He's assuming, probably incorrectly, that it's because of the dragon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, I just don't know. Well, to anyone looking at Anghel is obviously in distress.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, he's pulling at his hair.
Always Thirsty will probably like clap you on the back and say, I know how it is. Public speaking can never be easy. Well, we're all alone now, so, well, wasn't there two more of you? Well, anyway, where are we going?
Two more. Who's missing?
Illona and Rebob.
No?
Illona and
Rebob.
Rebob.
Okay. Where's Rebob?
With the lady.
Rest in Rebob. I think Muninn would like clasp their hands together maybe and like I don't know how to describe it other than like
Supplication, prayer? I'm not sure.
yeah. they're like rubbing their hands together basically, like very subtly. And they would say to like they would say to Always Thirsty about that there's been a slight change of plan.
Oh?
Muninn would be like
the smile has not vanished from his face.
yeah. Muninn would be looking back and forth to Anghel, but they would say eventually like, we're not dealing with the wolf anymore.
Takes him like a minute to process that and say, oh, I get it. Okay. You need to probably think Good Eye or Birdwhite Length would help. Yeah. I understand. We need to get them, then we get back and fix the issue. I got it.
Unfortunately, we're not gonna do that either. So, to put it plainly, we do have someone to help us deal, or rather, we do have someone to help the city deal with the threat of the wolf. But
he's right here. He's right here, points at Anghel.
Displays his carving that I guess is working on in the meantime. Yeah. I don't know exactly.
Oh, nice work. I didn't know you could do that.
He's really good at that.
Nods.
Unfortunately, Anghel is not going to be involved at all.
Prince Charming.
Right. The prince won't be involved when the fight happens, and neither will we.
Sorry if you heard that was my dog.
No worries. The smile doesn't vanish from his face, but you can almost see like the cogs in his brain failing to turn. And he says, okay, so where are we going?
Okay.
You sort of get the inkling that he doesn't really understand.
Yeah. Well, we have a bit of I think Miss Muninn would like misunderstand, and just, they would like be confused, like, oh, that was easy, and they would say like, oh well, we're gonna leave soon, and head northwest, which above board I think is right.
Yes.
So we're gonna leave for north. We're gonna leave soon and head northwest, and the city can handle itself. And there'll be. We're gonna there's gonna be like a hex put on. Sorry.
I'm gonna sneeze, but go ahead.
Okay. The wolf will be hexed, which will make it easier for the city to kill it, and then apart from that, we're not going to be involved.
Prince Charming would never trifle with hexes. He breaks hexes. He doesn't cast them.
It's not him. It's not him that will cast the hex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, then we're in agreement. Then.
So what are we talking about? Where are we? You lead, I'll follow.
Okay. Muninn will sign to Anghel. Took better than, and then Muninn would struggle to say they would struggle to have a sign for the word expected, I guess, because it's probably kind of not aware that they've established.
Funnily enough, the in Romanian, which obviously Rima is based on, the word for expect is also the same for the word to wait. So I sort of imagine Muninn maybe says, took better than waited.
Yeah. That's a cool coincidence. So Muninn would look to Always Thirsty and Anghel and say well, like I said, we'll be heading off soon, but we have a few bits to take care of first.
Are we? Is it just the three of us? Are we waiting for your two friends?
It will be we're waiting for one of our friends, but the other friend and another lady is going to be with us too.
All right. While we wait, do you mind if I go buy us some drinks? For the road, you mean?
Oh, we can buy things. Did we think about? We thought about sending someone to buy things, but do we still want to go with that or not? Because Illona.
We could send Always Thirsty to, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I did sort of think that earlier.
You thought about it? Oh, good. I didn't think about that.
We can do both, I guess. We have 7 gifts, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good idea.
But what I was more so thinking that you guys would try to find Miku to get him to buy stuff on your guys' behalf. But I guess Always Thirsty also works.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Have we given? I don't think. Have we? I'm not sure. Have we given the letter to?
Yeah, we have.
Okay. Cool. I think for now, Muninn would say to Always Thirsty, "Oh, here," and they would give. They would when you toss a coin, they would toss or maybe they would hand Always Thirsty a couple of coins, valuable ones, not the Rimlen coins, but just and they would say "Oh, while you're in town, if that's where you're headed, feel free to pick up a few nice things, if that's all right."
Yeah. That's kind of vague, but so are you looking for something in particular, or? I know there's a talk of a big wedding in town. Is it wedding gifts?
Yeah. Just pick something up that you would consider a really valuable gift, I guess.
All right. And I'm gonna roll Always Thirsty's careful to see what stuff he picks up.
Okay. I could go either way.
With that very vague description.
Ooh, it's a good roll, though.
That is a good roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 5 for the viewers. Okay. And as Always Thirsty goes on their way, shall we check in on Illona?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Ilona, I don't have like secret agent music for to play for you, but you managed to like sneak your way past the guards. You like slip in while they're not looking into past the gate. You're in the courtyard at the moment. You have the option of looking for something in the stables, in the dog kennels, or in the mansion.
I would definitely go for the mansion.
Then first things first, let's see if the like guard stationed at the mansion spot you. What's your approach? Are you trying to like find an opening to get into the front door? Are you trying to go through a window or a back door?
Window or back door, definitely.
Okay, noted. Then please roll for me your sneaky. Oh wow.
Oh shit.
That was
Fate point, I guess. Well, I'm gonna be out of fate points by the end of this session.
What are you invoking?
Experienced risk taker.
Okay. Yeah. You. Someone almost spots you as you make your way behind the manor. Probably like one of the guards went on like a bathroom break in the courtyard and you almost brushed past him on accident. But you managed to make your way past and sneak your way in. Which do you prefer, window or back door?
Back door.
Okay. You sneak your way in through the back door and you realize that will soon lead to the kitchens. So you're in a small hallway that leads to the kitchens, or you can go down like an alternate path that would lead upstairs.
I think I would slowly make my way upstairs, like keep very close to walls and listening closely if somebody's coming or if I hear footsteps or voices or anything like that.
May I get another sneaky from you?
4.
Let's see what I get. What did I get? Because I don't know yet.
2.
Okay, so 4 to my 2. Okay. Yeah, you're able to slip past guards undetected. May I get, I guess, a careful from you to get like your bearings now that you're upstairs?
Alright, I got a 5. Wow, I got a 5! Wow!
Wow.
Yeah, that's a very good roll. Okay. There, you would recognize what's like an environmental clue that would like clue you in, no pun intended. Probably like an more ornate door and like a little separate hallway that would lead to what you recognize is the boyar's private bedroom, well, his and his wife's. You would also find several guest rooms. Currently, there are no other guests. You would also find several servant dormitories and probably like a office, for lack of a better term. Can you guys... Okay, you can hear me.
So either I think the boyar's bedroom or the office. Do I have like any indication from that role which would be the best one to find the valuable things at?
I guess depends on your definition of valuable.
Valuable as in this is something that the witch probably would like.
That's also very vague. If it's something like that the wife has, it's more likely that you'd find it in the bedroom, like for instance jewelry or stuff like that. If it's money, probably the office is more likely, although the witch has already said she's not interested in money. Yeah. If you want like the deeds to his estate, that would probably be in the office. If you want like any other like important letters or correspondence, that will also probably be in his office.
I'm gonna head to the bedroom in that case. I feel like trinkets are more likely to be received well.
Sure. You head to the bedroom. You are unspotted, let's say, and the bedroom is empty. The wife has already departed to head for the wedding. And once you head inside, may I get a careful from you?
You may. I got a 2.
With a 2, the bed sheets look expensive, unironically. Like,
I'm just gonna steal their bed sheets. I might do that.
I mean, most people in this country don't really have bed sheets, so that's a fancy thing to take. You probably don't really find anything in terms of valuable jewelry, mostly like trinkets, maybe like a lucky charm or 2. Nothing super valuable other than, I guess, the bed sheets, which would be pretty valuable. So hard to carry.
I think the things that I think are like semi-valuable, like trinkets and stuff, and charms, I grabbed those as well and put in my little bag. Can I like have a look in drawers and stuff? Are they on a like bedside table or something I could just like rummage through?
Yeah. Yeah, give me another careful, I guess.
A 4! Whoa!
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
You would probably find the wife's diary.
Oh!
Probably like some spare coins here and there.
Dude, I yoinked that diary. I want that shit.
I mean, she's not here to care, I guess.
Hell yeah!
This is stuff I'm coming up off the top of my head, so please forgive me. So I don't have like the contents of the diary right now ready for you. You also
I won't read until later, so it's fine.
Probably find more trinkets. Maybe, yeah, you'd probably find like a broken necklace. Like the string has like been ripped, and she hasn't had time to like find a new string yet. But like the little gems that are on the necklace are still there, just not like held together by a string, if that makes sense.
I grab it, put it in my bag.
Okay. What else would be there? Maybe like a key. Yeah, sure. Let's say a key.
I take the key. Is there anything in the room that the key would lead to?
Give me a careful.
Hop.
And do say what you get, please.
A 0.
No idea.
Okay. In that case, I just keep the key for myself, I guess. Is that a good idea? I don't know. I'm gonna keep it. So now I have like, how many things? I have the broken necklace, I have the diary, I have some trinkets and charms.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's enough for like...
And some spare... There were also some spare coins there.
Okay. I guess I take those two.
Sure. Pocket change, for lack of a better term. Again, in the bedroom, the only other thing you'd find are the bed sheets and maybe like... actually there probably would be a dressing drawer with clothes.
Okay, I have a look inside.
Inside you will find like a large selection of hats, first of all, probably belonging to the boyar. And you'd find pretty much the boyar and his wife's more or less entire wardrobe. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Maybe like a fancy looking dress.
Yeah, that would be there, yeah.
I put on the dress. And then I put my cape over me, so
Putting on the dress will
no.
take you a couple minutes. Do you still want to do that?
Yes.
Okay, then can I get a quick from you?
I got a 6. Woo!
Okay.
Speedy as fuck, man.
You are very expedient with putting on the dress.
Nice.
Now you look like a proper noble lady again, though like a noble lady of a very backwater country.
I see. In that case, I think my rummaging and stealing would be kind of enough for now. I would want to ask a question regarding my stunt.
Sure.
Could it be possible to do the must have been the wind and just walk out of here as if nothing happened? I just took a bathroom break and like changed my clothes. Nothing suspicious.
Let me check the exact wording on your stunt, and I'll give you my answer, okay?
Yes. Yes.
For
No
the
pressure.
for the answer for the stealing part is yes. For the trespassing part, not yet, because you're not done trespassing. But for the stealing, yes, you'll be able to get away with it.
Alright, okay.
For the trespassing, not yet. Emphasis on the word yet.
Alright.
Does that mean that when she's out, she can get away with it?
Yeah, if she gets out and away and she uses the stunt, nobody will ever suspect that Illona has done all of this.
Okay.
And if she uses the stunt right now, and hypothetically she gets caught, you'll probably get like a big chewing out for trespassing, and maybe some other bad stuff will happen, but any items that will be found on you will be assumed to be yours.
I think in that case I'm gonna use it now already.
Sure. Noted. You use your stunt now, and I don't know. Hypothetically speaking, if hypothetically you get caught, and I guess maybe they won't take the time to search you, and everything will be hidden under the your cape. So that's probably might be the reason why the stuff won't be found, just for the sake of argument. Okay.
Yes.
Noted. Do you
So like even if I get caught, I won't be assumed for having stolen the stuff, right? No matter what happens.
Just for trespassing, yeah.
Okay, nice. Awesome.
Do you exit the bedroom?
I listen in first, like put my ear towards the door and see if I can hear any voices or any footsteps, and if not, I slowly make my way down again.
May I get a careful from you to see if you hear voices or not?
2.
Charlie Brown.
That's what Illona hears. So there are voices, but she can't tell from whom or what they're saying.
Can I tell anything else about the voices?
Not with that roll.
Okay, then I probably wait a bit more to see if like the voices come closer or if they're going away.
I will say, unfortunately, with that roll, it's difficult to tell if they're going away or getting closer. I will only say that for like the next, 10 to 20 seconds, the voices are still there.
Okay. In that case, I kind of get ready to hide. Or like, is there anything else in the room? Is there like a window or some escape I can take?
There is a window that you can open, though that would clearly like point that, oh, someone's been here if the window is left open. And you're also like on the upper floor.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go double stunt. I'm gonna use tactical retreat to just get away. Nobody will know. They're not gonna know. How would they know?
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. Then I leave the choice up to you. Would either way your stunt will work, you'll get away scot-free. would you like your getaway to be like more or less through the same path you came in from, or via the window? Either way, it would work.
Same path. I will like close the door and make sure it doesn't look like anybody was doing anything suspicious.
Then once you get out into the hallway, you realize that the voices belong to Gregory and one of the servants. Gregory is basically saying, "I'll be in my offices, don't disturb me, just bring me supper when it's ready." Gregory would enter his office, the servant would go downstairs, leaving the path clear for Illona.
Woo!
Nice.
And Illona, you would slowly descend down the stairs, then back into the courtyard, and past the front gate somehow. And you would see that Anghel and Muninn and Always Thirsty have not... Well, Anghel and Muninn rather, because Always Thirsty has left. Anghel and Muninn are fairly close by.
Alright, I would rejoin them.
The floor is yours.
Oh, welcome back. That was quick.
What do you think of my dress? I just got it.
Lovely.
Right?
What? Whose dress is that? You've never had a dress.
A lady can keep her secrets, I guess.
It looks like it's a very fine dress, not the type that you would find at the market. It's definitely like custom made. Maybe even has a few gems in it, you know.
Ooh, fancy. Angel's kind of gawking, I guess.
Like Illona would do like a fancy bow and like a gift for the witch.
Oh, okay.
So you want to give that to the witch?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it could work. I mean, the clothes that she was wearing weren't exactly freshly washed, so I assume anyway. But
you assume correctly, but there were a lot of other smells, and she was not the worst one.
yeah.
Angel sniffs himself a little.
You feel a little embarrassed, Anghel.
So
Yeah.
Well, I guess not that embarrassed because you guys did bathe today, so never mind.
True, yeah, I was kind of thinking about that, but not the clothes, I think. I don't remember, actually. Was it with the clothes on?
Probably not, but to be fair, 90% of the time your clothes would smell anyway, so not that big of a change.
yeah. I think Muninn would ask Illona, like, what else did you get while you were up there? Did anyone see you?
Nobody saw me. I got some stuff. I got a few things I think she like. Probably enough to pay for all of us. I don't think Illona knows about Always Thirsty being at the market, so she would just assume that what she has is enough.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, come on, let me see what. Like, show us what you got.
Illona would like look around first to judge if this is a good place to just like flaunt that.
I guess give me a careful. Also, I would kindly ask that you guys keep tab of your inventories to make things easier for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wrote it all down. Careful, 4.
Careful of 4. The sun is setting, and there aren't that many people on the streets anyway, because, you know, plague and all that going on. The crowd that always first gathered has dispersed. You don't have to, like, go into an alleyway or anything, just don't do it, like, right in the middle of the road.
Okay.
Okay, then Illona would find some suitable place to show what she has retrieved safely, so that
Maybe,
nobody
like,
sees.
under the shade of a tree or something.
Yeah. She would wave Muninn over there.
Yeah, Muninn would follow.
And Illona would open like the bag and like super excited like a tiny child, just like look what I got. Charms, trinkets, her diary even, what the fuck.
Muninn would like their eyes would widen, like, wow, yeah, you've done well for yourself. And you're sure no one saw you? This is a lot to take.
100%. I was
Alright,
considering wearing the sheets as well as the dress, but I didn't do that.
Yeah. Probably best that you didn't. Well, I mean, fair play. Good. I know you're sneaky, but like, yeah, good job.
Illona would like barely be listening at this point. Like her eyes would just be glistening, like looking down in the bag with like the stuff that you find.
Yeah. Any of it pique your fancy? Like Muninn would say to Anghel, like, do you want to keep any of this for yourself? We've got like at this point we probably could.
Did Anghel join them there? I guess.
Up to you, Show&Tell.
I
say,
feel
like-
like he's very caught up with Always Thirsty, or like his guilt anyway.
I mean,
Okay.
to be fair, you were with Muninn when Illona came there, so you would
Yeah.
have heard them talk. But it's entirely up to you if you would have joined them under the tree or not.
Will he be concerned enough about the witch? Maybe. Okay, fine. Let's say that he did join them. So what did Muninn say? Oh, if he wants some of it? I'm just
yeah.
like, no way. Like waving his hand, like, forget that.
I think it goes. I think it goes without saying, Show&Tell, that the little like, whatchamacallit, intrusive thought says you should not keep any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we will not keep any of that because we'll give it to the witch. Woo!
Yeah. Yippee!
Also, the idea of giving the witch stolen goods doesn't really sit well with Anghel.
Anghel stretches at the back of his neck like he doesn't know if to bring it up. Maybe he signs like, maybe we should wait for Always Thirsty. See what he got.
Okay. That's not a bad idea, I guess. I mean, Muninn would like look to everything that Illona stole and say, like, I suppose it would be difficult to return what we've stolen, though. That's the only thing.
She would like pull her bag closer to herself and like return this, like give a very like furrowed brows and like nah.
Yeah. Only if Always Thirsty, whatever he buys is more valuable. Like that, as in we'd only return it if that happens.
Illona would like keep being like shrunked up against like the bag and look at Anghel and Muninn like very distrustingly.
Don't worry, we're not gonna take it from you, or at least I won't. And then Muninn would look to Anghel, like sort of smirking a bit and being like, "Would you like wrestle Illona for this?"
Anghel kind of gives her like a look, like a scolding look, I guess.
Yeah.
Illona would like completely forget about Muninn and like keep a very like squinted eyes towards Anghel, like, you don't touch this. You don't touch this.
Anghel, thieving's never a good thing. I don't know if you
Who
heard
said
that. I don't know if you heard that.
Thieving is never a good thing. Who said that?
The intrusive thought in your mind.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nah.
Hey, I mean,
I think the fear of Illona and this intrusive thought are both like kind of battling inside Uncle's head or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. The compo is still there, correct?
He's I don't want to deal with this, but you know, I don't know.
well, Muninn would probably notice like Anghel's like tentativeness, and they would say like, "Hey, if it makes you feel any better, we could always like leave some coin like at like in their door at their doorstep or something.
Oh, Anghel perks up with that.
The
That's a good.
yeah. The witch might not want coin, but I guess the boyar wouldn't say no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's kind of a little less steely.
Yeah.
For it.
A forced transaction, I guess. I don't know.
Illona would be like, "Come on! He tried to sell us out. He tried to imprison us for the bounty. It's only fair."
I think at this point you probably would see Ophelia's carriage depart.
What?
Already?
It's that fast?
Not the city, just from Gregory's house.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
I was like, she's leaving us behind.
Yeah. She doesn't wait for anyone. I think Muninn would obviously. I guess do we all notice that? I guess or.
Yeah, carriages don't happen that often. It's always someone important in them, and it came from Gregory's house, so yeah.
Okay. I think after seeing that, Muninn would look to everyone and say, like, well, we gotta wait for Always Thirsty. But until when he comes back, we should probably.
On that note, I'll roll Always Thirsty's quick, I guess.
Okay. How's that? Muninn would look to Anghel and say, like, how's that statue coming on?
Yeah, what easy carving, really? I'm not sure. What can we carve for a witch?
Wasn't it like a charm or something? Like a little...
Yeah.
Okay. Like general, I don't know. How do charms look?
It can be like, just like a almost circular eye-shaped object with like a vague drawing of an eye on it, as sort of like a lucky charm, so to say. It can be like a doll. It can, there's lots of small trinkets that you can pass off as lucky charms. A bracelet, although I don't know how you do that out of wood. Yeah.
A bracelet? You could do either, well, I don't know if it matters. Like a round wooden thing, I hope, basically. Or beads, I guess, but that's pretty intricate.
Also,
and we need thread for that.
You can also, carve the wood thin enough for it to bend like that. And, have it warp around.
If,
Oh, kind of like a... How do you say it? Like a... I don't embrace it. Like a spiral kind of thing? Like a... I don't know.
I will say, Show&Tell, if this is using your stunt, you'll be able to carve whatever the hell you want, including something that needs string. String is easy enough to find. If you're not using your stunt, I'll probably require a couple rolls, but it shouldn't be too difficult.
I mean, when you the stunt applies to everything, the transaction and making the statue, right? Whatever it is, the charm.
I'm not super sure I understood the question. I'm sorry.
Like using the stunt, applies. It's not like I'm using the charm now. The stunt, whatever. Yeah.
You can carve stuff ahead of time. With the understanding that you'll use it in the same session. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, yeah, so we are using this then.
Okay. Then whatever you wish, you can carve it, even if you want like a human-sized statue, for instance, you can do that. Because
that'll be all conspicuous, but we'll carve something very nice, I don't know.
Yeah. And because of the quick roll, Always Thirsty would come back on time with a bag of quote-unquote goodies, looking pretty satisfied with himself.
Nice.
Oh, welcome back.
Glad to be back.
Mm.
Oh, you're back.
So-
looks at Illona.
That I am. Hi.
The fake prince.
That too. Hi.
Well, where's the wedding?
Illona looks very confused at Anghel and Muninn.
We will take those from you. Meaning, like the gifts that Always Thirsty has bought.
No, sure. Hands it to Anghel. Like specifically Anghel, despite the fact that Muninn spoke.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anghel kind of smiles at him weakly.
Mm-hmm.
He smiles very sincerely and like broadly at you.
Did you get anything for yourself?
Oh yeah. He like reveals that he has refilled his jugs with wine.
Hmm. Wow. Nice. Good choice.
I heard it's a fine vintage this year.
Hmm. Very nice. Do you know where that wine is from? Did they say?
I think it's this is the St. Paris Monastery's wine, I think.
I think that's where we're headed.
Above board, it's the St. Paris Monastery is if you look at the map, it's this icon over here. I don't know if you can see where I'm pinging.
Do it again, sorry? Oh yeah, I can see, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a monastery dedicated to St. Paris, the saint, different from St. Paris, the city.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Well, I hope you enjoy that.
I heard there was some wine from the Zarhos family, but I heard their vineyards burned down yesterday, so shrug. Well, I didn't hear, I was there.
Well, could you not have like put it out, like with your with all the water that you drink, if you were there?
When I got back to Old Shepherd, the village, it was already on. The damage was already done.
That's fair enough. So let's see what you got. Let's see the gifts that you got then. We would say like, and then like look to Anghel, assuming that Anghel has he taken the stuff already, or from Always Thirsty? I mean,
yeah. I mean, he was handed the stuff, so I guess you just gonna take it. Yeah.
okay.
It's in a bag. If you open the bag and look inside, you see some very cheap pieces of jewelry. You'll also probably see some clothes, not really meant for like high-ranking people, but like some fancy clothes for lower status people, but still fancy enough, I guess. And a wonderful stone carving of something phallic.
Okay. That's an interesting taste you have there.
Always first he looks happy.
If it's
happy
a
with
wedding.
himself.
What did you say? Sorry.
He looks happy with himself, pleased with himself.
I mean, is it like especially related to a wedding, the phallic thing? Like, or it's just in general?
If like Always first he notices your like puzzled looks, you'll say, well, wedding, big families, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's so okay.
He looks a little. Now he looks a little embarrassed.
Well, good job anyway.
Maybe witches also can make some use of that. Who knows?
We may as well offer it. We may as well offer it to her.
What?
I said we may as well offer it to her. It could be a bit it could be a bit lonely in her hut, like, do you know what I mean?
It's I like I said, the whatchamacallit, it's very high quality, as in closely represents the actual object, for lack of a better term, and the stone is also like smoothened out. It's not like rough.
Stone, oh my god. Well,
yes,
okay.
stone. Yes, stone. Wood splinters, not good.
Yeah, true. So, I guess, should we make our offerings?
I guess so.
Oh, the wedding's this late at night. All right.
Well, it's not tonight, but I mean.
Also, feel free to give me a careful either Anghel or Muninn, because Illona wasn't there for the conversation.
Okay. I will roll careful.
Careful for what?
Remembering something.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Richard also, what did you say?
Not Illona, because Illona wasn't there for the conversation.
Okay.
I got a 4, by the way.
A 3.
Both of you would remember. Muninn would remember first. Always Thirsty, like, was very, very opposed to the idea of curses, probably, and to the idea of witches in general. Maybe not a good idea to bring him.
Yeah, definitely not.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think Muninn would say to Always Thirsty, the wedding isn't tonight, but I'm gonna hand these gifts to, or I guess we are gonna hand these gifts to the person that they're intended for. Like, the way Muninn words it is like kind of intentionally vague. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna hand it to like the bride or the groom or anything, because the way they word it is intentionally vague, because it's like they're not technically lying. You know, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Says, all right.
But then they would say like, oh
no, you roboted.
Are you kidding?
Yes, you're a robot.
Okay.
Do you think you have a way of fixing it, Deli? I don't know what to ask. Deli wrote in the chat, no. Lovely. Ashen, would you like to take over as Illona? Like, this particular conversation, just like not... Because it's not super important, that's what I'm asking.
What, to be Muninn for this conversation?
Not to be Muninn, but like, let's go back in time and say that Illona's the one who, like, is trying to convince Always Thirsty to not come along to visit the witch, I guess.
Okay.
Just while Deli's away, because it's not a super important conversation, and so that we are not, like, frozen in place, I guess.
All right. Yes.
But Deli, feel free to, like, talk whenever, I guess, if you can come back whenever, okay? So, going back, Deli wrote in chat, yep. Going back, I guess, in time a little bit, Illona, for whatever reason you realize, or maybe Anghel or Muninn conveyed to you subtly that maybe Always Thirsty shouldn't come to the wedding. And I guess we'll keep the line in that, oh yeah, we're gonna hand this over to the person it's intended to. Always Thirsty says, yeah, alright. And, yeah. But he still seems like ready to go, like, yeah, let's go.
I would ask in that case, do you mind staying here? This is like a private thing. Not everyone is invited. It's kind of hard to get the invitation, and we don't want to disrespect the lovely couple. And then she looks at Anghel.
Well, then why is everyone talking about it? If it's so private. Well, what do you think? What do you think, my prince?
Anghel kind of puts a hand on his shoulder. I kind of wanted to tell him. I don't know if it's a good idea. Possibly to like wait where Ophelia is going to take off from. Where was it? The east.
You can see her icon on the map in the upper left corner.
Oh, yeah. Right. So like just tell him to wait there. But I don't know how to convey that. Like I thought maybe telling Muninn that. I guess he could sign that to Illona. Yeah, to something.
I mean, for this like very basic, simple stuff, we can say Anghel signs to Muninn, Muninn repeats Angel's words. I think Dely would agree that that's what Muninn would do.
Yeah, I think so. So, okay. And he puts a hand on his shoulder. Kind of like...
yeah, very well. I'll buy a couple more jugs of wine on the way, and I'll wait for you there. Yeah. And with a smile on his face, he says, "Right, I'll see you there," and departs for that particular place.
Angel's looking after him guiltily.
Funnily enough, he is walking into the sunset because he's heading west.
West, right? West.
Yeah. Dely, are you with us? By the way, I can't look at Discord. Are they still in chat? Like in the voice chat?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, still robot.
Yeah. Oh god. It's pretty bad. That sucks.
Well, Dely, I guess, would you like, until you can get back to fully rejoin us, would you like one of us to pilot Muninn? Would you like sort of Illona and Anghel to take the lead? Entirely up to you. What do you think? Also, if Dely's typing in Discord, please tell me because I can't look at Discord.
Nothing in Discord.
Okay. How about, since there was something I had in mind that would happen before you guys reach the witch, how about we say you'll go on your way towards the witch, and we'll have that thing happen, and let's say Muninn went on a bathroom break, or maybe to buy some like food and stuff for the journey, something like that. And if Dely comes back and they are able to rejoin us, we can just say, oh yeah, Muninn came back, like it's plausible enough to come back from a bathroom break or a shop break or whatever. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I do hope Dely heard what I said. But yeah.
They said about us taking the lead, sure. So,
okay.
I don't know, that's something.
Okay. So I'm guessing Illona, Anghel, and Muninn trailing would head towards the witch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, while you're on your way, when you right after you cross the river that's like that like splits the town in two, you will see also a small crowd gathering around, and on like a small bit of elevation, you will see someone that this person that I just dragged to the right. Do you see?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he is, with the help of a couple servants, holding up a big wolf pelt and smiling very proudly. And the crowd is like oohing and awing at it. It's a big wolf pelt.
Wow.
It's a big wolf pelt, but not as big as the wolf. Not that big.
Oh, is he claiming it is? Okay.
He is saying, well, not he himself, but one of the servants is saying, "Look, everyone! The latest hunt of His Excellency Gogu. Come on, everyone! Rounds of applause! Come on!" And the crowd claps more or less enthusiastically.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, maybe you can go to him and kind of say, "Oh, you're good with wolves. There's a big wolf. Take care of it."
He is like ordering the servants to like parade the pelt around, like show it off from the front side, from the back side, from the side. He looks very, very satisfied with himself. You do see that he has a gun, like a musket on his back.
Okay, interesting. So,
Wait, I'm sorry. Where is this exactly? Where's...
I'll move the token on. It will be more or less around here on the map where I put the token.
Alright.
Give or take.
okay.
I think that Illona would still be heading towards the witch,
Oh, she doesn't care. Okay.
Not that much.
I don't know if I could do anything.
The voice in your mind doesn't say anything, Show&Tell, like regarding intrusive thoughts. Probably because it believes that you should do it yourself.
Yeah. Fair enough. So I guess Anghel just kind of, looks at him and then continues.
You guys continue on your way then. What do you all think? Should we go check in with the witch? I don't think this will take super long. That's why I'm willing to go on while Dely is MIA. But again, if and when Dely comes back, no matter the context, we can say, oh, Muninn just jumps in and it will make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys eventually leave the town and head towards the witch. Give me... Yeah, I guess this track will work.
Before we go there, before we come there, but still when we're unseen kinda, so the path there, I would like to remove the dress so I no longer have it on me, but I can carry it neatly folded and stuff.
It was also pretty uncomfortable to wear because it is summer.
Okay.
And wearing a dress plus the cape over it is... But yeah.
Yeah.
You ready the dress? What else do you... you have all the stuff to potentially offer her. What do you prepare immediately as the first offering, so to say, for lack of a better term?
Before that, I had a question as well. You said to Show&Tell that it wasn't too hard to find string around if she wanted to make a necklace. Could I potentially find string as well to repair the broken necklace as we walk?
I will need a careful roll from you.
And you shall receive. I got a 3.
Yes, the challenge isn't necessarily in finding string, but rather in... Because the necklace you found, even broken, was a fancy necklace and wasn't just run-of-the-mill string, for lack of a better term. But what you find is sufficient to probably make a new one that still looks fancy and not patchwork put together.
Ooh.
So you do have an expensive intact necklace, to offer.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Because she would be so offended, I think, if we offered like a broken necklace. It's like,
Mm.
hell no.
I mean, you can assume that, but again, it's a very expensive necklace, even if broken. Like the gems and all that are still there, and that's the important part of a necklace, not the thing holding it together. If that makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
My question was, before you guys go in, what do you like? Which items do you have ready for like your opening bid, for lack of a better term?
I would have the charms, the trinkets, the now repaired necklace, the key. Maybe not the key. Maybe not the key. I'll keep that for now. The dress, and potentially, if that's not enough, the diary. But I would like to have that for myself for a little while. Like, if
The
it's not
diary.
sufficient, I'll
Okay.
offer it. But if it is sufficient, I'll. And what did we have from Always Thirsty? Sorry, I was like a bit distraught there before. Didn't really.
Cheap jewelry, fancy clothes, but for poor people, and the phallic object.
Okay.
What I'm thinking is whether we should, start out with the less fancy stuff. To like say, oh, this is for the, we were supposed to give her gifts for like just visiting, right? Twice now.
So,
So this could be, so the cheap trinkets could be for that.
do you want a recap of what gifts you owe her?
I guess maybe, yeah.
7 gifts for entry and like 1 for.
Oh, here's the complete breakdown. Because, yeah, 4 gifts for like entry for like, hey, we're visiting. 1 for Muninn coming back to visit. 1 for the wolf poison, which I guess is off. 2 for the hangover cure. And you will also need gifts for visiting her again. So that'll be.
Oh, we did want to do the poison, didn't we? Didn't we decide to do the poison? I don't know. I'm confused, but
Let's do it. You have the carving, right?
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Muninn was only Muninn was going to return, so then we can't all go back because then we're going to have more to give more gifts, right?
If you just wanna like, as Illona's carrying all this shit in her arms, if you just wanna stack it on top of that, so I come in with like a huge handful, I can't see anything, just like, where do I put this?
I mean, I'm sort of assuming you guys have like a bag, or like a backpack where you're carrying this stuff. For no other reason than like, if you come in with like a pile of things, the witch may likely assume, oh, this is a gift to, like, pay for like coming to visit. Now, where's the other stuff?
Yeah, it's not smart. We need to like not give it to her all at once, I think.
Okay.
I mean,
But-
obviously.
If it's like less gifts, if it's like only one of us to go there, I'd be willing to go. If Anghel wanna go, or if we all go. But isn't that more gifts?
Each person that
Exactly, we need one person to go. Just one person.
Each person that goes will require like an entry gift, like, hey, I'm visiting. Here's like the customary offering.
Yeah, like part of the like what we accounted for was just Muninn or whoever going back. Like, so we need one person to go there.
I can go. That's fine.
Okay, and then last counting. I don't know how many trinkets did Always Thirsty buy.
3, right?
I don't think we established, being honest. I sort of took it as like one collective item because it's a bunch of smaller things.
So that's one, and then we have a necklace, the dress. What else? I mean, obviously the statue, the charm thing?
So the charms and some trinkets and a diary, a broken necklace, a key, a dress, and the things that always thirsty bought.
The things that always thirsty bought are the cheap jewelry, the fancy clothes for poor people, and the phallic object.
But you said that like was counted as one, right? Or
I counted as one the the fancy clothes for poor people I count as one object, and the cheap jewelry, even though it's multiple pieces, I count as one object.
oh, okay, I see.
Okay, so it's 2 gifts, and then the phallic object.
Yeah, plus with the phallic object, it's free if you want to count it.
Okay. All right, that sounds nice.
So then we have more than enough, and I'll just present it.
And then we'll just give it to her, I think, by order of fanciness. You know?
Yeah.
There's also Anghel's stunt item. Keep that in mind. And think of a strategy in which order you offer stuff, I guess. Because that will be important.
Sure. Yeah.
Because some stuff will probably be worth more than other stuff.
Yeah. Okay. How many visit gifts do we owe her? Just one?
4 from the first visit.
4 and then another one.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus 2 gifts for the hangover and potentially 1 for the wolf.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So I guess Anghel hands over the charm. Oh, I don't know. I think maybe he wants to but he could. Oh my goodness. Does he just hand over the charm and hope that Illona takes care of everything? But will she, did Illona say that she was going to ask for the poison as well? Or something to take care of the wolf?
Above board, I don't think you in character have talked about it. So I leave it up to the 2 of you, plus Dely, obviously if they get back, what you decide. And also, I will mention, since your guys' plan is to just send one person in to handle the quote-unquote negotiations, that does not mean that the other 2 players, obviously including Dely, God rest their soul, obviously that does not mean that you are out of the session, so to say. You can obviously advise the one person that's going in, hey, offer that, or hey, say that.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right. I'm not sure if Anghel would trust Illona.
I'm back. I just heard we trust Illona, and I like coming back to that.
Great timing. Okay. Okay, fine. Anghel hands over, the charm as well, as everything else. But he, looks Illona in the eye and he signs, something for Wolf, something against Wolf, maybe.
Just for clarity's sake, you're referring to your stunt item, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I'm asking because you used the word charm to describe one other object, and I'm not sure.
Really? No. When I said charm, I just meant the thing.
My bad.
Illona would just to make sure that Anghel knows she understands. I won't forget the hex on the wolf. No worries.
Okay, so Anghel nods and, lets her go.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Illona, may I offer you a compel?
Oh! Depends on what it is, so I'll hear it out.
Sure. I'd like to compel your experienced risk-taker aspect. Specifically, I guess the risk-taker part. Yeah, you tell Anghel, yeah, no worries, I'm gonna ask for something for the wolf. But like in the back of your mind, you're thinking, but if we don't ask about the wolf, we'll have more stuff to keep for ourselves, and we don't have to pay as much. The wolf curse was expensive. Let's not ask for that. So basically, lie to Anghel and not ask for something to deal with the wolf.
Honestly, I have to decline it. I know I'm out of fate points by then, but I wouldn't fit for Illona, since like the carving that Anghel did is for the wolf hex, and I don't think Illona specifically cares about that, even if it's worth a lot. So might as well.
Sure. I have taken away your fate point. Illona is compellable.
Yes. I will go in now. Hello, witch.
Okay. You go inside, making your way through the like pathway in the forest filled with like magical charms. It's also increasingly dark out, which adds to the spookiness, I guess. When you come in, you are immediately hit by the unpleasant smell of the floor, and you hear a voice from inside. I told you I don't have the curse ready already, Michael. Fuck off.
It's not Michael. Hi.
Who is this?
Illona would like.
She's like in the back, not seeing you.
Illona would like take one more step in and like peer through, see if she can like see the witch.
You don't see anyone in the like main room, but you do hear sounds from like the back room as if she's cooking something. Probably not cooking, but you know what I mean.
We were here before, and we have some offerings to give you from both last time and what we're about to ask.
Is it Illona, Anghel, Muninn, and DelyGob here to repay their debts?
Yes, that's us. I mean, it's just me this time, but I have the for everybody.
Well, that's awfully rude, but all right. I'll be with you in a minute. Just finishing a spell here. Oh, drat! Shouldn't have dropped that.
Illona would like look around, kind of like awkwardly in the house. Like, yeah, stand around.
Yeah, you see a bunch of magical charms and things that you've seen before. Weird, like reagents. I don't know if you know that term. Basically magical ingredients, although I don't know if Illona would recognize them as such. It looks like a collection of absolute junk, but it clearly has value.
Alright.
And now I'd like to offer you a compel that you're not going to be able to refuse.
Fuck. Anghel, you can't help me out. Compel me too.
Well, I was first. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would like to compel, I guess, your experienced risk taker again. While the witch is preoccupied, you're gonna snatch the first thing you see.
Okay.
Okay. Here is a fancy fate point. I think the first thing you will see will be a magical charm. That looks like it's basically a wooden carving of a cat. Poorly done wooden carving, I will add, and it's also like painted black.
Okay.
That is what I compel you to steal.
I steal it.
Very well. You take it and put it among your other possessions, and eventually, after a couple minutes, the witch would come in. She would sit down and say, well, looking at you expectantly.
I would politely open my bag and put out a charm from like the drawer that I found like in the bedroom. And be like, here's for my entry this time, and I'll give it to her.
What do you put? I'm sorry?
a charm that I found in the bedroom of
Okay.
the boy.
She will take it, inspect it, and say, "Ugh, shoddy work. Who'd you get this from? No witch is this stupid."
Someone of great power. That's all I can say. Illona like tried to be charming in a way with that, a bit mysterious.
Whatever, it's amusing enough. Well,
And
you have other debts?
she would pull out another like charm or trinket from the bedroom, and be like, "Here is for my last entry."
You're pushing your luck a little.
Wait for it. There's more stuff to come.
She takes it anyway and rolls her eyes.
Illona would have the key ready. This key.
Do you offer it?
Is there anything else I can offer that's like? I'm not sure.
What?
Okay, maybe I take the dress out instead. Maybe the dress.
The fancy one or the? And go ahead. Go ahead, Show&Tell. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just wondering. Like, you want to? I mean, this is for the entry still, like for visiting all of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna save this done, like the thing you made for last. But just,
Yeah,
like,
sure, but we still need like bigger ones, bigger gifts for the hangover. So like, just keep in mind that we need two for the hangover.
You would know visiting is lower priority than the hangover cure, which is also lower priority than the wolf poison.
Okay. Yeah. I do have more charms and trinkets, right, that I can offer for or entry. Or
I mean, we have you gave just like a trinket from the bedroom and another one. Am I mistaken?
Yes, I gave 2 already.
I think two is what you would have found in the bedroom.
Okay.
So we have like always thirsty, even though they're a little bit less. That's the problem.
Then I would like, I guess, bring.
But all of them together. So maybe like all of them together for one, and then the clothed for another, and then the phallic thing.
Okay, I would bring out the object that Always Thirsty had, and say this is for Rebab.
She blinks at you, surprised, and says, "What are you implying with this?"
This is for entry of Rebab.
What is it? Is it the phallic thing?
I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
But it's up to Ashen.
Sure, that's what it is.
Okay.
She blinks at you and says, "You know, I'm not into women. I'm sorry."
This does not pass for his entry, or?
Oh, this is. I thought you were suggest. Never mind. Hand it over.
I hand it over.
She thought Illona was hitting on her.
Basically.
Yeah.
I would proceed to pull out the jewelry that Always Thirsty bought. This is for Anghel.
Takes it, inspects it, and says, "Well, guess I've seen worse."
And then I would put the clothing and say this is for Muninn.
This is the clothing for poor people or the fancy clothing?
I think the poor people from Always Thirsty, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. She takes it and says, "Well, I don't know what to do with the one that's meant for men, but I guess I can find a use for the dress.
Great. And also for the hangover cure that you so gracefully offered us, Illona would put forward the dress, I think, at this point.
She takes it and inspects it and says, "Oh, very impressive. Where'd you get this? Where'd you get this?"
I would smirk at her and not really give an answer, more like, yeah. I got my way to
then let me ask this. If I wear this in public, am I going to get killed?
Above board is she?
Possibly, even if they blame her for stealing it.
Basically, she's asking, will this be recognized as stolen property?
Mm-hmm.
Will it?
Give me a careful, I guess. Give me a careful or clever. Careful or clever.
I'm asking more so because of the stunt. Like, does she notice that something is missing from the stunt? Or is it just like... that?
Well... whatever happens, she's not going to accuse you directly of theft or take action against you for stealing. But your stunt does say get away or shift blame. So you do have the option, I guess, to shift blame for the theft on her.
Oh, okay. Well, she will curse me, guaranteed, if I do that. So I'll say... maybe you shouldn't wear it most public places, I have to say. But yeah. Maybe don't go into the city with it.
All right. She like takes it and like goes to hang it up somewhere and then would come back.
A bubble question. Was that like, does that count for both of the hangover cures, or was it just one?
Good question.
You'll need to find out for yourself, I guess.
You know what? I'm gonna be generous in that case and give her the expensive, newly fixed necklace for the other hangover cure.
She takes it and says, "Oh, this is..." I suppose I'm also going to be in trouble if I wear this in public, won't I? But still, very, very nice. All right. I consider your debts paid.
Very well.
Nice.
Illona would bring more like intensity to her face and like say, and about the hex that we need for the wolf. Are you sure that you can do it?
Are you insulting me?
I'm not. I'm just very... I desperately need this to happen.
She rolls her eyes and says, "Well, what are you looking for?"
I need a hex powerful enough to kill that wolf.
How big is this wolf?
Very large. Much larger than any wolf you've ever seen before.
How large?
How large?
Magic needs to be precise, dear.
How would Illona describe it? She saw it.
The wolf was bigger, like standing on its hind legs. It was taller than like the churches in town, for instance, and those are probably like the tallest buildings in town.
Okay. Illona would say that, like standing on the hind legs, it was taller than the churches.
She widens her eyes and says, "Dear, it's not a good idea to lie to a witch."
Does it look like I'm lying? And I would like just stare into her face, like with intensity.
She will look uncomfortable for a bit and say, "That's outright death is probably beyond me in that case." But
What can you do?
What did you say? What did you say? Sorry.
She probably can't kill it outright, TLDR.
Yeah. Okay.
She'll like shift and say, "I can afflict it with a minor pox. I can give it bad luck. I can prescribe doom to it, although that doom will be vague.
Illona would ask, from your perspective, having placed those curses or hexes before, what has been the most effective? And what do you think would be most effective for a huge wolf?
It depends on the situation, quite frankly. If you hypothetically you go to hunt this beast, I can see situations in which each and every one of these would be helpful in a different way.
And if we're not, if we leave a group of mercenaries to deal with this?
She shrugs. I mean, I don't really see you as much of a killer anyway, so probably the mercenaries would have a better chance.
Illona would not make a face or anything at this. She would just completely ignore it, still looking at the witch.
So which do you prefer? She would sigh after a while. The pox, the bad luck, the portent of doom.
Will the pox spread to other species?
She seems a little taken aback and says, no one's ever asked me that question before. They always just ask, yeah, pox that person or pox that other person without thinking of the consequences.
Okay, but will it?
I don't know. Well,
In that case...
this town's already plagued, so what's the difference?
Of course there's a difference. In that case, I think either doom or bad luck.
Well, which one? You can ask for both, I suppose, but that'll be costly.
What does doom entail, above board?
I mean, she said it was fake, so we can't really know, I think.
Yeah, she also doesn't really know.
I guess bad luck. The case.
Yeah, I guess. Sounds like that could be helpful.
Then Illona would settle on, yeah, bad luck it is. And she would start pulling out the graciously carved wooden figure that Anghel did.
What did Anghel carve, by the way?
Sure. I don't know, I couldn't decide. The thing you said with the eye, then I guess.
Okay.
It's
a very intricate wooden eye, not like in the shape of an actual eyeball, but like a symbolic one. Clearly of potential magical importance. Think as an analogy, like the Eye of Horus from ancient Egypt, for instance.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
To signify how important this is, Illona would look down at it and close her hand around it for a good 2-3 seconds.
Quit it with the theatrics, dear. You're not impressing anyone.
Illona would not stop before handing it over, really inspecting it, wow, it's a good piece of stuff, before giving it to her.
Good piece of stuff.
Because this is Anghel's stunt item, she is unable to conceal her just absolute awe at seeing this object. And she says, almost without thinking, deal.
Illona would nod and smile. Make it good.
She makes grabby hands for the thing.
Gimme. Illona would slowly hand it over to really, yeah.
She'll snatch it as quickly as she can and inspect it up close. Her mouth slightly open in awe.
This is really cool.
She says nothing. She's still staring at the thing.
Then Illona would say, then I guess this is it. Then I
nice
guess
doing business with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll be busy making the curse. Bad luck.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yes, of course. Pleasure doing business with you and your people.
You'll get it right away, right? I really just want to make sure that this is a good curse word.
For this, points at the charm. Of course, you'll get it right away.
Splendid. Then I wish you all the best. Pleasure doing business.
Yes. Now leave.
Illona would leave.
He wants to be alone with it.
My precious. Come.
Above board information, because this was Illona, not Illona, Show&Tell's Anghel's stunt item, you could have offered it in exchange for everything.
Wow.
Really? Huh.
It is the stunt item, yes. That's why I asked, like, in which order you're offering things.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I was like, I don't want to. I don't know. Like.
Not only
Well, it's
not
better
only,
this way. Anghel doesn't have to deal with any stolen stuff and his sight. Jeez.
Yeah, our bag is a lot lighter. And we still have
Yeah.
the diary, the coin, and the key.
I will put a little negative marker on your record, for lack of a better term, Show&Tell, for not returning the stolen stuff.
We're doing so badly.
You're still on the positive side, just barely, though.
Oh God.
So, I imagine at this point, Illona would rejoin Anghel. What's Anghel been up to? In the, like, spooky forest?
He's been, kind of walking back and forth and thinking about what a bad person he is. I don't know. Just kind of hitting himself over the head.
Would the two of you like to have a brief scene?
Sure.
I'm just writing down real quick what I still have left. Okay, I'm done. Nice.
Awesome.
Illona would like dust off her hands, kind of like has a proud look on her face. Rejoin Anghel, like that's taken care of. It will be a good hex, I'm sure.
Anghel looks at her kind of worried, like, he signs, are you, like, what if it doesn't work?
She seemed very, very impressed with what you carved for her. So I think she'll really put her best effort into it. And we agreed on that a hex of bad luck would be best for it. And I'm sure, as well as the mercenaries plus the wolf's bad luck, there will be, like, that will be taken care of. This will be enough. I have a gut feeling.
Anghel doesn't look exactly convinced, I guess.
The intrusive thought still says that you should take care of it yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's a given. So he just like he still looks worried. Like he doesn't look exactly confident, but he also knows that there's nothing much more he can do, I guess, right now. Like with Illona, I guess. I don't know.
What do the two of you do? Do you go to join Ophelia? And obviously we'll assume Muninn rejoins you all on the way. What do you do? Or this is, I guess, more or less your last call before leaving the city.
Oh God, it's okay.
Above board, I don't think Dely's gonna rejoin. They wrote in chat that they, like, feel free to carry on without me, but yeah.
Noted. We'll fill Dely in on what happened, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think for Illona there's anything else she would like to do in the city, so
Yeah.
rejoining with Ophelia would be fitting for her.
On that note, I will message Dely in private, and ask, because it's unfair to not give them the chance. Hey, is there anything else you'd like to do in the city before departing? Like, sort of last call. And if the answer is yes, then we'll have like a few brief scenes at the start of next episode. Make sense?
Sure.
I will say that if Muninn had been here, maybe Anghel would have even broached the idea of staying or something. But because Muninn isn't here, he just thinks it to himself and doesn't actually say it.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you want, we can have a brief scene at the beginning of next session of Anghel expressing his doubts. Up to you.
Okay. I mean, I guess we'll see.
Mm-hmm. So once again, anything else before you go to rejoin Ophelia?
Not really.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
not really.
Then we will have one brief little scene to like cliffhanger the episode, I suppose. As you make your way back into the city and go to the meeting place with Ophelia, sneaking your way past the markets, it'll be easy enough. You will be reunited first with Always Thirsty, who will rejoin you without comment with a broad smile. Do let me know if you want to like say anything to him or not.
Right now? Not particularly, I guess.
And then eventually you would join Ophelia, who is in the company of Rebob and another guard-looking person that I will probably reveal next time for simplicity's sake. And when you join her, she says, "Well, I'm glad you didn't chicken out."
Ooh.
Before we leave, I suppose, in the interests of transparency, I should probably tell you how I know what I know.
Oh, okay. Sure.
You're going to find out sooner or later. I thought I might as well do it now. Rip off the band-aid, proverbially.
Uh-huh.
What's Illona's reaction, I guess?
Confusion. Like, what?
She would motion for someone to get out of her little private carriage, and it would reveal to be this individual.
Ah, cartographer! You're back!
Oh, wow. Hello.
Long time no see.
Okay, I was worried by it. Like, okay, this is interesting.
And that's sort of the cliffhanger where we'll end the episode. Do you all agree?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Awesome.
sure.
Wowee.
Thoughts on today's episode?
I loved it.
Yeah, wow, what a relief that we, that the witch thing turned out okay. Honestly, I was worried. I was worried somehow this that wasn't going to be enough or something.
Yeah. What can I say to that? I'm glad I had the opportunity to compel Illona. That's all I'll say.
I'm sure that's a really bad wooden cat I got. I'm sure that's some bad luck omen for me.
Yeah. I like this session, and I think it's a good like departure point from New Spring and to like the next arc of the story. You're officially like over 1/3 of the way through to St. Paris.
Ooh.
Ooh. What an accomplishment.
Yeah. No, but I have to say, it felt really like satisfying to like steal all the stuff from the boyar. I was so happy about that. And then also the witch going good. Like we had enough stuff. I was a bit worried about that beforehand. Like, are we gonna find enough for the payment? I'm so glad we did though.
I'm not sure why stealing was the satisfying thing, but sure.
Of course it was.
Why is that even a question? Come on.
I have a stunt for that. It's the most satisfying. What are you talking about?
Sure.
That's really fun.
Sure. I'm glad you're putting your stunts to good use. What can I say? I will keep your actions in mind, and obviously think of content for the diary that you stole.
Yeah, I'm excited to read that. Ooh.
And the key, I mean, I didn't really understand what the key was for. Like, why it even matters right now. Because we don't even know when it opens.
Remind me, you offered the key or did you keep it? Remind me.
I kept it.
Okay.
I kept
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay. It's something I came up like off the top of my in the spur of the moment, but I did have a use for it when I came up with it. So, yeah.
It could be something totally random, or not.
The only context that I can give is it's a key that you found in a private drawer.
Yeah.
I bet it's important. Oh, I'm so happy I stole it. I don't even use for it, but I'm just happy that other people can't use it. What a good session. And I'm also
you can hostage it, maybe. What? You could hostage it or something.
Oh yeah, you give me ideas. Just yes. I might do that.
What were you going to say, Ashen?
It's so nice to see the cartographer's face again. Like, I thought we were gonna lose him forever, and I was just...
Yeah.
I had given up hope.
Like that. Because I don't know, there was this moment, I don't remember exactly, but he disappeared, and we didn't exactly plan it that way or something, or something.
Yeah, during the bandit ambush, he ran off in a random direction.
Yeah, and we were like, oh no. Okay, bye.
Oh, bye-bye.
So it's cool. So it's cool as hearing that.
I mean, you guys weren't really on very good terms with him, so your enthusiasm is interesting, but...
We weren't? I don't remember. I just remember that there was like this sense of unfinished business or something. So maybe that's why.
But didn't we save him from being basically
we did.
Tortured in the town?
And you almost got him into that situation too.
Yeah, but we saved him. We almost got him into it.
Well,
we actually did save him.
You saved him from one, and then you almost got him into another.
To me, at least we're totally good guys. We're on such
nuances.
Trip, you know?
We'll deal with that next episode, I suppose. And obviously, I will, as mentioned, message Dely and ask if they have any unfinished business in the city that you will, well, either you all or just they will do before we all depart, so to say. I'm very, very happy with how the beginning of the session turned out, with with always firstly amping up the crowd for Anghel.
That was awesome.
That was awful. Damn. It makes me feel really bad, but also really useless because, yeah, great. Anghel feels bad, but I don't think. I think he needs, I think that there is a need of maybe him, having cold feet and being oh, I can do it, and then someone reminded him of Willa or something. I don't know, something to re-energize him.
Yeah. Again, I planned for that to happen, as even before you went into the manor, so it was irrespective of your guys' decision to pursue the wolf or not. It would have had a massively different feel if you were still on the wolf journey.
Yeah.
Definitely. But this is where we are. Either way. Also, is this the first time you... No, it's not the first time. Definitely not. Regarding the fact that you've said Anghel's sister's name out loud. It's not the first time you've done that.
As show and tell? Yeah, I don't think so.
You haven't. Joseph has already also said it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was established already.
Okay. I don't know. Do you all have any other thoughts for today's episode before we go into our usual shoutouts?
Not really.
Yeah, no.
Thanks for listening in.
Yeah. As Ashen said, thank you all very much for watching and listening to us. Would any one of you like to do Dely's shout out, or should I do it?
I don't mind.
Sure. Ashen, are you willing then, or should I do it? No pressure. I can do it.
Go ahead, you. I think
Okay.
you have like.
Sure. Well, everyone, Dely is a lovely streamer that you can check out via the link on screen and in the description below. It's a link that leads to all their other links. For this, not the week you're watching, but the week the week before this episode, they posted their streaming schedule on Twitter, so I'm assuming they'll be streaming some more. So do look forward to that. They are an incredibly entertaining streamer, and they play like chat games, but also like RPGs and fun games. Kind of hard to describe. I know they're playing Skyrim and also Hades. And not Hades. Yeah, maybe Hades. I'm sorry. Yeah, do check Dely out. They are very, very lovely.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't rolled the dice. Should I roll the dice, or would anyone like to volunteer to go next of the two of you?
I don't mind. If you want to go next, it's fine.
I can go next, I guess.
Sure. The dice say that Show&Tell should go next either way.
Nice.
So, Show&Tell, please go ahead and talk about how awesome you are.
Okay, so I've been Show&Tell, and I am right now thinking about doing stuff, but for the moment I'm mostly on Patreon doing my reactions, and you're very welcome to join. As for YouTube, I'm still like really, thinking about it.
Do check Show&Tell's Patreon out. She puts an enormous amount of work into it, and I personally think it's very much worth it. Anything else, Show&Tell?
No.
Okay, thank you. And next we would have Ashen. Ashen, could you please talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yeah, sure. I'm Ash, and I've been playing Illona this session, as all the other sessions. And if you want to check my stuff out, you can go to my Instagram, where I do art and also some like wood carving. I'm basically Anghel, but I don't do less impressive stuff. And whatever that's artsy, I do. I'm also available for commission, and I think like the next 2 or 3 months I'll be doing that, but then I'll be taking a bit of like a hiatus from commissions. So if you got something that you want commissioned, do it now.
There's a time limit. Thank you for but do check Ashen's stuff out. I've commissioned her in the past. I've also commissioned Show&Tell in the past. If Show&Tell still open for that. And both deliver high quality stuff. Check Ashen's stuff out. Anything else, Ashen?
No, thank you.
Thank you. As for me, I was your dungeon master, game master, Teeironor. I do the series. It's a lot of fun. I also do a different series set in the Warcraft universe that's been going on for a longer while. Everyone do check out the episode that came out like the Saturday before this video, because it's a little bit insane. Take my word for it. Okay. Other than that, thank you all very, very much for watching and listening to us. We should be back next week, but as always, I'll let you all know on Twitter if we have to skip a week for whatever reason. And we will see you all then. Goodbye, everyone.
Adios.
Goodbye.